Hello from Paris. Welcome to Experience Makers, and thank you for joining us online for this inspiring session. Now I'm very happy to introduce you to our special guest today, Christophe de Valroger. Christophe is Vice President Retail EMEA for Bridgestone. He's also the CEO and President of several Bridgestone Retail brands such as First Stop, Speedy, Rife, and ETB. Christophe, welcome.
Thank you, Luc. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. So Bridgestone, we obviously, everyone knows the name. You are famous for your tires. You're actually the #1 manufacturer globally. What people might know less is that you also have a very huge retail business.
Yes, indeed. Over time, Luc, we have built a very large network of retail stores, which are typical garage, that do tire change, repair, maintenance, body shops. So all kind of networks. We obviously serve cars where you would expect us, but we also have activities for trucks, for agriculture, for off-the-road vehicles, motorbikes. So all kind of vehicles we are serving out of our stores. We operate in 36 countries, through 17 different brands. In total, this is a network of about 6,000 stores, out of which 3,000 in Europe. So as you can see, we have enough to be busy.
It is huge. It is huge. And this retail network is going through a massive transformation. I assume that it got accelerated through the pandemic, like a lot of other players. Could you share with us a bit the business challenges that you're trying to solve?
Yeah, actually the pandemic has impacted us, as you would guess, and it's quite easy to understand. Reduced mobility means less kilometer driven, means in returns less repair and less tire change. But beyond the pandemic, I think we've seen already for a number of years that mobility goes through a quite fundamental transformation.
Yep.
The relation of people with their cars is probably less emotional. The share of fleet business is increasing on the total business. The repairs are more complex. So for us, more than ever, every customer is very precious. And what we realized, during all this period is that we really needed to accelerate our digital transformation. The goal for us is to provide more value, better solutions, and more contextualized offer to our customers.
So touching on the customers, what does it take in your business to improve customer experience?
So as you would imagine, our business is quite traditional. It's a traditional industry. And digitalizing the customer experience, has a number of challenges that we need to address. The first thing is that our product is not a very emotional product. You have to replace tires or you have to replace your shock absorber. You don't do it like you consume Spotify or do another thing. So this is one challenge. The second one is that it's often a distressed purchase. So this is not something that is really planned. This is something that you have to do.
Yeah.
And finally, we don't see our customers very often, and obviously creating the link with those customers when you have so little kind of interaction with your customer creates additional challenges. So in the end, what our customers want is a quick service and a service that is easy, that is transparent, and that give them a very seamless experience. And that's really what we are trying to build, through this transformation. And as you can imagine, that creates a lot of challenges, but also lots of opportunities.
Absolutely. But complexity, given the size and the magnitude of your operations across Europe and multiple brands, as we just mentioned. So you're touching base on the fact that clearly redefining customer experience for you is really front and center in your strategy. Can you maybe share with us how did it help maybe reshape the mission, the vision of the company?
Yeah, actually, when we started this journey, probably two years ago, we thought about our vision and what we want to be. And our vision, we articulated it into becoming the most trusted, innovative, and sustainable repair network. So it took us some time, and that's a kind of a fil rouge that align all the retail entities that we have across all these markets. So if we take the most important word here, trusted, what does that mean?
Yeah.
It means that absolute customer centricity, and we are really taking that very strong shift towards improving that customer centricity to our customer. That means for us, of course, big innovation. That means retail transformation. That means investment, and investment more particularly in our digital commerce capabilities. So we expect our customer digital commerce to deliver a seamless experience, for our customers through a strong omni-channel phygital network powered by data. That's really ultimately what we want to do. It's about making this experience just a click away for every customer, and this is also what we call internally a concierge experience.
So that reminds me of a claim actually that I think I'd seen in one of your internal videos, and if I quote you, I think you said, "No one saw the repair service would come to your doorstep until Bridgestone arrived." So it says a lot about your innovation capability there, but I'm convinced, I'm going totally into that. That means really through that innovation you are trying to bring as well, you are focusing, you mentioned phygital, that's also something that's extremely important, how you are basically leveraging both online and offline and creating complementarity there. Can you elaborate a bit on this, please?
Yes, so combining an e-commerce experience, with the reality of in each of our physical shops. Remember, we have 6,000, so that creates a number of challenges. What is key is that it's a transformation about technology, but it's also a transformation about people. So we need to invest, obviously, in our people to deliver that unique, seamless experience by mastering all the important key points which are important in this relationship with customers. So that's really what we are after and what we try to deliver today with Adobe.
That's a great segue then to talk about, again, in such a strategic transformation, the choice of the right partner is absolutely fundamental. So it would be interesting maybe to shed some light on your thought process into this, the selection process, and what do you expect from a partner like Adobe in a project like this?
I think the way we approached it, we went first through a long RFQ, RFI process, which was there for two reasons. One, we wanted to learn, and obviously we had long interactions with all the best players in the market to really try to understand the field of the possible, what we can achieve and deliver. So that was an important phase. And the other objective was to bring this internal alignment, which is needed, for successful projects in big organizations like ours. So we went through this RFI, RFQ process, and at the end of it, we chose Adobe as our partner. And we expect, obviously, from this partner that he will accompany us, over time, to build that vision and transformation that we've been talking about.
We certainly felt like there was a great fit in terms of vision and long-term trajectory as well. So the time flies and we're at the end of this interview. Maybe interesting to share a bit what are the next steps. How do you see the next steps of the journey for Bridgestone?
Well, the immediate next step is to bring our e-commerce capability to the minimum level of that we need, and we have some catch up to do. In some markets where obviously we've been a bit behind and lagging. Whereas what we are very confident is that what the investment that we are doing and the profound transformation that we are doing will allow us to accelerate greatly, and we have a plan to develop all these experience through more than 20 countries over the next 2 years. And beyond that, we are quite certain that it will open up for new opportunities, whether it is through partnership, through M&A, that will help us to enrich the value proposition that we deliver to our customers, whether they are B2C customers or B2B customers. And if we really think beyond that, what this transformation will enable us to do is to transform more fundamentally our business into a more sustainable business, serving our objectives to be a more responsible company for the future.
That's awesome. So you touch base on a lot of very fundamental notions: customer centricity, trust, sustainability, innovation, complementarity of the channels with the phygital approach, and the ability to leverage really your masterminding of content, data, that customer centricity to potentially expand your value chain. So I think that's a fantastic journey you are on. Thank you so much, Christophe, for such a valuable insight. Thank you so much for the partnership as well. We are very proud to be by your side and looking forward to the next steps of the journey together. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.